I actually had somebody ask me last night, what's Trump's legacy? What are they going to remember him by? And there are some funny things about that. And we talk about legacies and histories and things because sometimes we comfort ourselves in the moment. If something looks really bad, we'll say, well, history will be kind to him. Or people we don't like. We said this with Obama all the time. Man, history is not going to be nice to that guy. Let's talk about history, though, for a moment. Before we get back to Trump, let's talk about history. You see, I talk about history every single day on my radio show. I tell a history story before I get into politics and all that. And so I read a ton of history, watch a bunch of documentaries, listen to a bunch of podcasts, just get ready for every show. And something that always hits me, and it's been hitting me a lot more lately. Think about you. Think about me. Think about the news out there we watch. You sit down at night, you turn on one of the major news networks. You get online, you look at what social media will allow you to see and won't see. Think about how manipulated all that is, how twisted all of it is. Think about the outright lies you see, and that's for what's happening currently. That's when they know you have options to go seek out the truth somewhere. That's why you watch this show. Now think about history. Think about how slanted that might be. Think about all the historical good guys and bad guys that might be totally opposite. Something to dwell on. And it's something to dwell on when you think about Trump's legacy. How will Donald Trump be remembered? How will we remember Donald Trump? Well, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. For me, he was the greatest foreign policy president I've ever seen in my life. Definitely one of the greatest in American history. That's what I will take from it. That's what I will remember. I will remember somebody finally standing up to our greatest enemy, China, taking it right to him. I'll remember somebody finally renegotiating trade deals that treated us like garbage and other people like gold. I'll remember a much more hands-off foreign policy. Didn't get us into any new wars. Constantly trying to get the guys home and was hated for it. You know, that's something to dwell on right now briefly. You know that's why they hated him the most, right? It wasn't because he called people names. It wasn't his Twitter account. It wasn't his tax cuts. It wasn't even how he treated the media. It was Donald Trump's foreign policy that really got them. And you know why? Well, think about what's happening when you're renegotiating trade deals, when you're hammering China. Think about what's happening when you're talking about bringing the troops home. What's happening there? Well, the gravy train for a lot of very wealthy, very powerful people, it's slowing down like it's about to get to the station. And they don't want it to get to the station. They want that gravy train to keep on churning. There are a lot of people within our government and outside of our government, but wealthy, powerful people who are highly invested in the pipeline between the U.S. and China remaining open, who are highly invested in American troops being stationed overseas at all times until the end of time. There's so much money and power that comes from that. And Donald Trump, what he really was in the end, Donald Trump was a system disruptor. That's what he was. He disrupted the system. For better or for worse, I think it's for better because I think the system is rotted out and corrupt and disgusting. But that's what he did. And that's why they hated him so much. Make no mistake about it. They hated him because he was a system disruptor. And that's why they purged him. Collusion investigation, 2 impeachments, scandal after scandal after scandal. That's why the system purged him. And that's why the system is about to have a real nasty 4 years because the system not only purged Donald Trump, the system is now hell-bent on making sure there's never another one. Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.